anti-terrorism message from Erdogan, we have made it impossible to raise its head. President Erdogan made a statement at the police vocational school's graduation ceremony. Failing initiatives from economy to democracy, from foreign policy to our national unity and integrity depends on our getting rid of the scourge of terrorism. Participation in the separatist terrorist organization has almost come to a standstill, Erdogan said. We have made the organization unable to raise its head not only within our borders, but also in Iraq and Syria, he said. President Erdogan spoke at the police vocational school's graduation ceremony in Gölbaşı. Erdogan said, "I would like to express my gratitude to your families who have raised you as individuals who have the consciousness to serve the homeland, nation, and state with honor. Today, we are happy to graduate 87 guest students from 16 different countries of the world with our own children. I sincerely congratulate our brothers who have successfully completed their education. Our visiting police chiefs will serve their country in the best possible way. With the high-level education they receive at the academy, you know, we have a principle. We have not and do not regard any students studying in our country as foreigners. We see all international students as our guests. Let them study in their institutions. We strive to make them feel the Turkish hospitality. Our guest students have also given us more in return for our goodwill as Turkey's voluntary envoys. They have contributed to the development of relations between our countries. I hope our graduates today will show the same effort. I wish our guest students success in their future careers, emphasizing that the police force will become stronger. With the 2,089 new police officers joining its body today, President Erdogan said, "May my Lord protect you from all kinds of accidents, troubles, and attackers." I would like to thank all our police officers who have been working day and night to ensure order, security, and peace in all our 81 provinces in all corners of our country. If we feel peaceful and safe as a nation, we know very well that the effort of our police force, with all its units and levels, is behind it. Our policemen fulfill a man's foremost need for security by performing a profession with heavy responsibility with honor. You are also the guarantor of the survival of our state, the well-being of our nation, and our social peace with the duties you perform and will carry out. The result of the success we have achieved in the economy, the acceleration in trade, the good news from tourism, our successful fight against terrorist organizations. One of the main actors of the success we have achieved in other fields, along with public order, is our police force, of which you are a member, stating that the critical role the security forces play in people's lives was once again seen in the earthquakes of the 6th of February. President Erdogan noted that after the earthquakes, which were described as the disaster of the century, the security units took action quickly. And despite the fact that their colleagues were martyred in the earthquake, all the security forces were almost mobilized to help the earthquake victims, reminding that the police take active responsibility in all matters that are urgently needed, from search and rescue efforts to aid distribution, from combating looters to maintaining security. President Erdogan said, except for a few isolated incidents, the process was managed peacefully. Compared to other countries in the world, Turkey has given a successful test in the provision of post-disaster security services. I commemorate our 216 police officers who lost their lives under the rubble in the earthquake with mercy. I pray that my Lord will not confront us with similar disasters again. I congratulate all our security forces for their devoted work during the 14th of May, the 28th of May elections, only 3 months after the earthquake. Turkey successfully held 2 consecutive elections with a maturity worthy of its democracy, with record turnout rates of 90%, without any problems or difficulties. Last week, We left behind the 7th anniversary of the July 15th coup attempt. One of the greatest betrayals of our history on Saturday, thanks to the resistance of our nation. We turned a dark night that started 7 years ago with the sound of planes and gunfire into a morning brighter than snow.